Hey there, this is Karen from ilikemyiphone.com. Today we are going to take a quick look at LastPass. LastPass is a very good password manager for your Windows, Macintosh, as well as Linux machines. Today we are going to see LastPass in action on your iPhone and set up LastPass for your iPhone. First, you have to log into lastpass.com. If you don't have an account, sign up for one. It's free. Once you log in, you will see all your login information and you will see a Bookmarklets link towards your left. Click on Bookmarklets link and you will see three bookmarklets: LastPass logins, fill, and fill forms. So all you have to do is drag these three bookmarklets to your bookmarks bar. In this case, I'm using Safari to sync them back to my iPhone. So I drag and drop all these three bookmarks to the bookmarks bar. And there might be other ways to sync bookmarks. In this case, I'm going to use iTunes. Now connect your iPhone to your Windows or Mac computer and launch iTunes. On the top, you will see Info tab. Click on Info tab and click on Sync Safari Bookmarks and click on Apply to sync those bookmarks to your iPhone. We are going to see LastPass and 1Password in action on 4 different websites. We'll start off with Google and then we will try logging to Twitter as well as Apple Developer Center and Facebook. Let's start off with Google. Tap the sign in link towards the bottom of the page and now tap the bookmarks icon and you will see launch LastPass and 1Password logins. Let's start off with 1Password logins. Once you tap 1Password logins, you will see a nice little UI with access code protection. I personally feel access code protection is a little too much, since this is my personal phone and it's jailbroken, so I have certain applications that can block access to certain applications from being accessible to others. In any case, that's how 1Password chose to implement. So I'm going to pick one of my account informations and let's see if it succeeds in filling the information. Nope. So email field is left blank. I always had this issue with 1Password and Google's logins because it doesn't work. I have no idea why. Again, it failed. So let's see how LastPass works. So I click on LastPass and supposedly it fetches fetches the login information from the server. So I choose one of my login informations and there you go. So it successfully logs me in. The only thing is it won't submit the form automatically, which we can definitely live with because it filled the login information, which is what we are looking for. So LastPass clearly wins with Google's login information entry. Let's take a quick look once again. So I pick one of my account informations and let's see. Okay. And I have to sign in. Click the sign in button and there you go. It works. So let's move on to Twitter. Let's click on the sign in link towards the top right corner and let's access the bookmarks and let's try 1Password logins first. Again, the access code and Twitter. It failed. So it failed to put the login information, at least for the username part, which is essential. So let's see how LastPass performs. So it says it cannot find any matching fields. I will try to force autofill. Let's see. That's Apple's password management feature built into Safari, which is not the most intuitive way of doing it because your login information that's stored on various browsers on your desktops is not automatically carried to your iPhone. So how it works is you have to manually keep on entering username and password for each and every website and it automatically tries saving those, and from now on it'll save the login information and the next time you visit, it works. So I'm not a great fan of Apple's password management features. So the Twitter works. So LastPass works and 1Password fails. Let's see Apple's Developer Center. I'm going to try 1Password logins first. There you go. So I see a lot of different login information for Apple available. I believe 1Password looks for the actual domain rather than subdomain. In this case, it's Apple's developer site, so we don't have to use Apple's product site to actually log in. We need developer site, so it failed. So I will try LastPass to actually log in, and let's see how it works. Tap the bookmarks icon and launch LastPass. So it automatically fills the form. So again, LastPass does the job fairly well compared to 1Password. If there is only one login information available, it automatically fills the form for you. It won't even prompt you to pick certain login information. So that's a very cool feature which 1Password doesn't have. Now let's go to Facebook. Let's tap the bookmarks icon and click on 1Password logins. The same. Again, there are several Facebook login information there. I'm going to try LastPass instead of 1Password. 1Password works with Facebook. I just want to see how LastPass works. LastPass UI is not the best looking. 1Password got much better looking UI, but LastPass does much better in actually doing the job for you, that is filling the login information. So I would definitely go with functionality over looks any day. And LastPass, I'm sure, is going to work on the UI in the next iteration, so it's focused towards the center of the page. So let's see how LastPass actually does the job with Facebook. And great, it works. Both LastPass and 1Password have their own iPhone applications. Apple doesn't allow password management integration to Safari, so the developers have no other option but to go with their own native applications. In this case, LastPass, the UI itself looks pretty okay-ish, though the functionality is not up to the par because Safari is the default browser to handle any URL tabs, so you don't get to change the default to some other app. In this case, if it's LastPass, then that would be great, but there's no other option but to use Safari as a default handler for any URLs. Let us also take a look at 1Password's native iPhone application. It is similar to the LastPass, though it has more emphasis on security, which is always good, but again, I feel it's a little too much. But that's your choice. So you have all your login information here, and you can launch a website in the application itself, and you can also go to Safari. But a much better way would be to actually integrate it deeply to Safari, which is not possible at the moment. So there you go. That's LastPass and 1Password for your iPhone. I would definitely recommend LastPass premium subscription because it's $1 a month and it's not really that much for something this productive. So hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.